Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's nice to see you guys here. My name is Jocelyn. I talk about random stuff here. And yeah, hi. Today we're going to talk about some things that apply to partners in life. And I'm not just talking about the romantic kind. So let's get started. Yay. Okay, cool. So, every partnership is different. Every partnership has its ups and downs and goes in different ways. So, what works for some people doesn't work for other people. And that's why it's really hard to give partner advice, relationship advice, or any sort of advice for how to build something between two people. So, that being said, some of this might come off real vague, and that's okay, because you apply it the way you need to apply it, or don't apply it if you don't think you need to apply it. My advice for you today is be a good partner and not a nice partner. Being a nice partner is somebody who wants to foresee problems and avoid them. That person who says, oh, they're gonna do this because I know them. And so instead of fixing it as it comes along and finding a solution that works for both of us, I am going to just make sure it doesn't ever happen. We've all had those kind of partners in our life. They mean well, they really do, but it still doesn't really help things very much. A nice partner does all that. It's a very one-sided relationship. You're trying to foresee the problems. You don't want to deal with them when they come, so you being the key word, try to stop it from happening altogether, try to avoid conflict, and oftentimes that ends up creating more conflict. A good partner takes what you are given and helps build, and lets you help build too. So if you have a situation that is coming up, that partner will let you in on what the situation is. Communication is so important. That partner will let you in on what is happening. They will build with you, so they will suggest things, they will give solutions, they'll give you feedback on your solutions. They will take what is happening and they will work with you to create something new. And they'll let you have input as well. And why do I say that this applies to more than just romantic relationships? Because I think we can see how, that fits in romantic relationships. But I got this from fight choreography work. The person who said this was the person in charge of a fight class. And we were using swords, like metal swords that day. And so a good partner helps you out. If there is don't get on me about my form. As always, I'm never a professional. In case you didn't know, welcome to my channel. Not a professional. Anyway, so a good partner would give and take as needed, add and only work the parts that you know, build off of the parts that you know, and make sure that the communication is free-flowing. So if you go in a little too close, that partner is paying attention, you guys are communicating, can react, and figure out a solution to it. Versus the nice partner would say, oh, I'll make it really easy for them. So if you're, I need these knives. So partner A, partner B, right? So partner A is basically just going to push the other sword away, right? So partner B is like, I'm gonna make it easy for them. Partner A hasn't moved yet, right? So you want it to look like that, to look like partner A has done something, which makes it so that partner B has to move away. If partner B is trying to be a nice partner and trying to make it easier for partner A without that communication, then it just looks like that, and then partner A is left confused about everything, right? I don't know, now I'm playing with knives. Yes, so fight choreo is not a loving relationship, but it is one that relies heavily on communication. A work relationship also relies heavily on communication. You can have a boss who wants to help fix all of the problems before they happen, which is great, but also then you as the worker if you never know problems are happening and you see this frustrating thing on the other end, it just like might seem like the boss isn't doing anything. So you want that communication, that build of trust and that understanding, like, hey, this is where we are. This is what's going on in the background, just to let you know. This is how we're dealing with it. Whether or not they deal with it the way you would deal with it is a different situation, because there's like more of a power struggle in that than a real communicative relationship, not based on power. Now, if it's a peer problem, so maybe your peer always notices that the trash in the food place that you guys both work at together fills up the same time every night, and they just take care of it, which is cool. But they don't ever say that that's what they do, right? They just take care of it because they don't want it to be a problem for anyone else. But they start to build that into their duties, right? And so they're not there one night, maybe they get sick or something, and all of a sudden the trash is full. Everyone's busy. No one's expecting to do that job because they didn't realize it was getting done. That is why it's important to be a good partner and communicate the work that you're doing. It's not trying to get credit there. It's just saying, hey, this is something that I do. I'm not going to be there. So it just letting you know, it usually fills up around this time. Most work environments kind of have those roles pre-built in, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen where somebody starts taking on an extra task that they weren't expected to have, and when they're gone, all of a sudden, you have to struggle to find that task. There's lots of different things. In a romantic relationship, it can be trying to avoid getting two people in the same room. Maybe like you and your current SO in the room with like your ex, and you just don't want that problem to happen because you're worried your SO might get in a fight with them. The smarter thing would be to say like, hey, this might be a possibility in the future. This is how I'd like a situation like that to go down. Obviously, I'm not with them anymore. Like, this is how I would like to handle it instead. This also really applies to people who have long distance relationships. You need to be able to build that communication. Since you're not in the same building and you don't get that random time together throughout the day, building up the communication, even the stupid little things make a difference. Telling your partner that you had eggs for breakfast this morning and you didn't really like how they were cooked, like, builds that little bit of communication, helps the other person learn more about you, and makes things easier when you do see them in person. That way, you don't cook the eggs that way. Or maybe you don't make eggs because that's the only way you knew how to cook them. Or you ask them to make the eggs because of that. It's stupid, right? It's stupid little things. But when you're so far away from somebody else, those little things make a difference. So we want to build that trust up between people. We want to be good partners, not nice partners. We don't want to foresee problems before they've even happened. They might not be a problem. We might think we know the person really well, and then it turns out we do know them really well, but what we expect them to do isn't what they actually do. And that's all right. We're multifaceted human beings. We do all sorts of different things and crazy things, and they never make sense. And sometimes we might be in a weird mood and do something completely out of character. And that's all right, because we're human. That's what we do. We got to be good partners to each other, not just nice partners. Oh, I'm being goofy today. Yeah, it's a goofy day. But yeah, so, be good people, be nice to each other. Yeah, you, right there, on the other side of that screen. Be nice to other people because it helps. Be communicative to other people because it helps, except for when it comes to the coronavirus. Don't communicate that. Well, I mean, communicate. I meant communicative, like passing it on to somebody else. We don't want to pass on the coronavirus to other people. All right, so thank you so much for coming and listening to my Jocelyn talks on being a good partner to other people. The difference between a nice partner and a good partner. Let me know in the comments what you think. Also, push that like button and don't forget to ding the bell and subscribe. I know I said that out of order this time. I'm being tricky today, and I don't know why I'm saying subscribe up here. Subscribe down wherever the subscription button ends up being. So you leave a comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell, please, for the notifications, because you never know when people are going to get suggested on the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, I hope that you have a good day. I hope that you are a good partner, and I hope that you have people who are good partners to you in your life. And I hope that you learn to build and develop those relationships because they're important. All right. Videos are probably already there. Have a nice night, everyone. Bye.